Hi everyone, and welcome to Adobe Live. My name is Flynn, and I'm here with Bianca Beers. Bianca, how are you going?
Hey, I'm good. How are you?
I'm good, thank you. Hey everybody in the chat. Hope you caught that sketch party, the previous stream before with Vidival and Sam. That was super cool. I don't always get to catch them, but that was so much fun. Great job, everybody. Hey R&B in the chat. Johanna, Festus is in there as well. Hey Ali. Michelle as well. Super great to see you all here. If you're watching on YouTube or anywhere else, jump over to behance.net/live. That's the chat we're using today. And we'll be definitely asking you guys for some suggestions and some input on what we're doing. But yeah, Bianca, how you doing? You doing well since last week?
I'm all right. Didn't get much sleep last night, so I'm quite tired. But I had a coffee, which I told myself I would quit. But yeah, not today. So
Is this
yeah,
the
I'm all
first
right.
coffee in a long time, or just for us? Are you
No,
back on coffee? No, okay. All right. Yeah, don't want to be
I keep
responsible.
needing it.
Yeah, they dragged me back in.
Yeah.
So hopefully you guys caught last week. Last week we did kind of a part one of this, and Bianca was creating these stickers, showing us how she creates her stickers like in a sticker sheet, which we'll have a look at in a sec. And then we thought in part two, we thought we'd turn some of those into some GIFs, some animated GIFs using Photoshop, have a bit of fun, get some input from you guys, and go from there. So yeah, pretty exciting. We're here for about an hour and a half. Oh, and before I forget, because I always do forget, here's our schedule for this week. Let me get some ambience in the background, a little bit of music. So we actually started this week with Owen Hunt. So that's a 4-part series. So we did part 1, getting started in 3D. If you've never done anything in 3D ever before in your life, myself included, that's the series for you. So part 1 was yesterday, and yeah, we'll be doing that for the next another 3 weeks, which has been really exciting. We're making GIFs with Bianca Beers right now. That's Thursday 9 a.m. here in Sydney, and on Friday tomorrow we're doing interactive drawing with Bill Hope. Super fun. That's the end of the series, so don't miss that one on Friday. It's always a lot of fun. And then on Friday, we have lettering with Sophie Eleanor, who is making her Adobe Live debut. It's going to be so much fun. She's really excited. I'm excited to have her on and hang out with her. So I think you guys are really going to enjoy that. We don't do much lettering here on Adobe Live for some
I
reason.
was just thinking.
I don't know why.
Because I feel like a lot of the time lettering is more hand draw, like it seems like a very paper and pen type thing.
Yeah.
But it's doable on digital. I'm actually might tune into that one.
Yeah.
Because I'm horrible with lettering and all that stuff.
Me too. But it's always really fun to watch someone talented do it.
Yeah, it's really soothing.
Yes. Yeah.
Because they're just so smooth. But I had a question too. The 3D, what was it? 3D and getting started in 3D.
Getting started in 3D.
What software do they use?
Oh my gosh, we're using everything. We'll be using Dimension in that series as well, but also something that Substance. So we're using Substance Painter. We're using Substance Alchemist, which is now owned by Adobe. It's not part of Creative Cloud yet, but it will be coming. Is my understanding. And yeah, we had Alwyn, who now works for Adobe, but he's been in the industry doing things with like lots of texturing, and we're having a look at a whole bunch of free pieces of software that you can just use with the web browser, which was super cool as well. And so I'll send you some of those links after the stream.
Yeah, seriously, I'm interested because for filter
free 3D stuff that you can just try straight away from the web browser.
It's crazy how many free softwares there are for stuff like that. It's awesome. Yeah, like that's sick because for filters, 3D creation is like a big part of, like, say, making a hat or a bow or something like that. So it'd be cool to know how to do things like that. That's awesome.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. Actually, we should just talk about that very quickly because that was something that we were thinking about doing a stream for in the future. So chat, let us know if that's something that you would be interested in. But you also create filters. You've been doing that a lot using Spark AR. Do you want to tell us a little bit about that?
Yeah, so it's obviously a sick thing that we can do as creators. Yeah. It's a not new tech, but it's definitely picking up speed, and I don't know, it's super fun to create. So there's so many ways you can take it. The way I create mine, you can create them a few different ways, but the way I create mine, I make the masks in Photoshop. So different layers. So say I want to do like a beauty mask. I do like the blush and the highlight and the contour and the eyeshadow and the eyelashes on all different layers. And then once they're all created and I'm happy with how they sit on the face, I drop them into Spark AR, which is the filter creation software, which is free. And that is actually where you need to submit it as well. Spark AR have like a portal through Facebook.
Right.
You submit it there once it's done, and then it gets approved. And then after that, it's available. You have to select whether you want it for Instagram or Facebook. So if you want it available on both, you need to submit 2 different types of the same filter. But yeah, like, and then in a couple of days it's up and everyone can use it. It's a sick way to get eyes on your profile, and just like really cool to like expand your toolkit, I guess.
Yeah, totally. Yeah, into a whole nother dimension.
I had my first one actually for a client, which was for Diesel, in December. It was a Christmassy themed one. And then I did a few for myself, and I've done one for Bonds and one for my friend's cafe as well. So it's like an easy way, not easy way, but it's picking up a bit of speed so you can get jobs for that one.
Nice one. I like it. Yeah, I think that might be like maybe the next stream we do together. I think it would be really fun. To create one
I think
together.
It's interesting as well because people want to know how it works.
Yeah. Next time. But for this time, we're going to be doing some GIFs. Should we just quickly have a look over at your Instagram, just for those that may not have caught the first one? We're going to jump over to your screen now.
Okay. All right, guys. So this is my Instagram. It is Bianca Beers. Go ahead and follow. So I post a lot of like my animations, and I actually recently painted a skateboard, which although the lines were super wiggly, I was actually pretty happy with it because I haven't picked up a paintbrush for quite some time. So that's going on my wall. And I have a few how-to videos as well. So this one I posted last week or the week before, how to make a GIF sticker, which is actually what we'll be doing today. But if you want to catch up again on it, it's there on my Insta. So yeah. Shall we dive in?
Let's do it.
All right. So we started this last week. I was super slow, so I apologize. But yeah, this is the final product. So this is a little sticker sheet I've created. Each one would be its own individual sticker. But my concept is build a scene. So I've got this other file here open to show you, like, obviously you could stick everything separately and whatever, however you want, but you can also put them together to make a scene. So something cute, to cover the little Apple icon, however you want to do it. You can be more mod, you can be more quirky and 90s retro vibe. Yeah, so this is my concept that I'm still trying to build, but I'm pretty happy with how it turned out. I might try different colors as well. That'd be cool, actually, having a few different colors of the same sticker sheet, then people can get their flavor.
Yeah, absolutely.
Expensive, but potentially
collect the whole series. Yeah.
Well, I feel like if it's a collect the whole series, it's got to be different themes. So if anyone has ideas for different themes, hit me up.
Nice.
Right. So now we are creating some GIFs. That's what we're doing today. And the first question I have for the people watching is, do we want to do a single GIF for not each icon, we're not going to have time for that, but single icon GIF, so just the $ and just the smiley face and just the peace sign? Or are we doing GIFs that have, like, say 3 of them moving together as a little compilation, like a build a scene? Which one?
Let us know. You let us know, chat.
What's your vote, Flynn?
So I'm trying to think about any GIFs that I see where there's like multiple in one. Like, I feel like most of the time when you see a GIF, like, it'll be like it's fire and it's like animating twice. So it's got 2 states, right? It's got like this state and then this state and this state, this state.
I know what you're referring to.
That's right. Was that your GIF that I used? Did I get that right?
Yeah, it was. Yep.
I'm so proud of myself. I was like, oh yeah, I should totally be using like Bianca Beers animated GIFs in this live stream promoting Bianca Beers and how to create animated GIFs. So We've got 3
Capture
together.
on our stories right now.
Yeah, I was really proud of myself. I'm glad you noticed. Steve is saying 3 together. Michelle was asking, actually, while we're waiting for people to tell us what they think, Michelle was saying, I'm anxious to try my hand at stickers, just got a new laser printer. That's interesting. Do you print yours at home? We were talking about that last week. You're thinking about doing it? Yeah.
Oh my God, tell me the details because I want to know how much and all that stuff. I want to print for myself so bad because I just like having things under my control. Right. If I'm printing it, I know what's happening. And often like colors come out wrong or whatever, and then you've got to argue with them and be like, not my fault, your fault, give it to me again. Like do it again, no cost to me. So yeah, also it's super expensive because I try to order everything within Australia, so not from like India or China where there's slave labor and stuff. So that works out to be extremely expensive. So wherever I can cut costs, I want to print as well. So I don't have any advice for you. What was her name? Sorry, Michelle. But let me know how it goes. That's sick. I think you need to get special paper and stuff, like if you want, like there's so many different types. Vinyl is the best for like outdoor quality because it doesn't tarnish in the rain or like wind and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
I think we're going for teams. I think we're going for multiple. So maybe two or 3 at once.
All right. So for the first, this is question part 2. For the first one, what are the 3 icons we're going to go with? I feel like I want to do a smiley face, so I'm going to include a smiley face. And then
I think you should pick this one just so that we can get started, and then the team, and then we'll ask chat for the second ones. Just because there's just a bit of a delay. So it can take a while, but we should. I think we'll pick. So we'll go smiley face. I'll make a pick. I think that $sign needs to be animated for sure.
Yeah. Cool. All right. So I'm just going to show you guys how I'm going to drop it into my canvas, which I've got over there. So I just, I'm going to duplicate it because I don't want to duplicate the layer of the stickers. So that's this layer. And then convert to smart object. And then you literally just drag it up to the tab that holds that. That's massive. Okay. We're going to bring that down. And okay, I do this, but apparently it's not. It's too big. The canvas size I use for my GIFs is 1000 by 1000 pixels, but it works fine. So I don't know if I'm doing something wrong, but it uploads fine, it plays fine, so I don't have an issue with it. All right, so now we've got this in our new canvas. We want the icons a bit bigger, probably. So also as well, when creating a GIF, you want to take up as much space of the border as you can so that the icons are the biggest that they are possible. So when, say, for example, you're cruising Instagram and you're on stories trying to add a GIF sticker, the smaller you make the icon on the canvas, the smaller it's going to show up. Does that make sense?
Right, yeah, yep.
Yeah, so also on that note, adding 3 icons into one canvas is going to make each icon show up smaller, and then the more you blow it up, the more pixelated it is. But
right.
I don't care because I like mine to look like stickers. I don't like them to be used big. I like them to be used as little like accents for a photo, not completely overtake a photo. So
right.
It's cool, but we're going to try and maximize the space however we can. So we're going with the smiley face. I'm just going to lasso tool that and copy it. Layer via copy. And then you said you wanted the $sign. And then maybe we just use a squiggly line or like a sparkle.
Actually, we have the yin yang.
All right,
as a suggestion.
All right. Oh, it's right here too, so that'll be easy enough. Layer via copy. All right, now I'm just going to throw this. Should I throw it away? No, because we'll need it for the next one, so I'll just leave it there and hide it. How big do we want the icon? Maybe a bit bigger than this. So I just sketched these things super fast. So this is not an exact circle. So I might just edit it a little bit to make it a little bit more of a smooth circle. But
you did it by hand, right? Like, or not, with your...
Yeah. So usually when I'm doing outlines, for something, I like to do it by hand on paper and then take a photo with Adobe Capture, and then that pops up as a vector for like here in the libraries as a shape. But my phone is at capacity, so I can't do that
as well, Bianca.
Yeah, man. My computer's at capacity. My phone's at capacity. My other computer has a virus. It's mayhem over here.
You need to sort out your tech.
I just have enough going on in my life. But
okay,
you're right.
Fair enough.
No, you're right. Today we're fixing the virus on my computer. Yeah. That's my goal after this live. So yeah. Anyway, so I can't do it at the moment. So last week I had tried to draw it on screen, but it's just not the same. Like I get a better vibe that the character and putting a bit of myself into it when it's on paper. For outlines only though, I love coloring digitally. So the pen and the screen is good for that. Right now, I'm just going to make this more of a circle, like a good even circle. I'm just going to drop a layer behind, and that looks like it might work. Oops. See, this is my computer doing that thing because... Alright, that's good enough. Maybe not. Maybe here as well. Cool. Alright. The less rough edges you have for a GIF as well, not necessarily the better, but you've got to make sure you don't have other colors kind of coming out from underneath, because if you do, it'll show up on the GIF for sure as a little speck, because it converts everything to pixels and it'll look like a little white speck on the edge of the image. So if we take the white away, we can see if we've got that going on, which we do not, but this is not good. So I don't know if you can see that on screen. There's a little bit of pink going on.
Right.
Really close to the edge, and that might cause some havoc. So I'm just gonna color that in. Awesome. And how do we feel about how we're going to animate them? Does anyone have this, or are we just leaving it up to me? I don't mind either way. What do you
Maybe
think,
you
Lynn?
could do the first one to show us how you would do it.
All right.
And then we can input for the next one.
Sounds good. All right, that's fine.
I'm telling chat as well before that I've given you homework to reset your PC today.
Oh yeah, man.
As well.
Big time.
Johanna's saying that is Mercury in retrograde for you all year? Please think of your Paul technology.
Mercury's in retrograde right now, I think. So yeah, but Mercury's in retrograde 24/7 for me. Communications just aren't what they should be. Tech is stuffing up 24/7. It's chaotic. They need to do something about that. Johanna, she's a Sagittarius as well.
She is.
Which is awesome. Which means that all three of us are fire signs. I love that. So good.
I've got a quote that you might like. I actually thought about you when I heard it. It's I don't believe in astrology. I'm a Sagittarius.
That is wrong. It should be I don't believe in astrology. I'm a Capricorn or Virgo. All right. So to maximize, we maybe want to make the icons a little bit bigger. Actually, no, because if they're moving, you've got to account for the movement as well. So say you have the smiley face, for example, or any icon moving up and down, up and down. You have to make it small enough that it can make that movement within the canvas without it minimizing it too small, but enough movement that you can actually see it's moving. So it's a fine art. What just happened? Oh, okay. That was on that layer. Layer via cut, and then we're good to go. I don't know what I'm going to do. So this will be the first layer. So I'm just going to make it a little folder. Layer 1. And I like to make each frame of the GIF in layers in the same file, just so I know how they're moving. I think that's probably how most people do it, but I just do it that way so that I know. All right, so we're going to put the smiley face like this. And maybe a bit more. Free transform like that. Smiley face. I might include some of the sparkles as well, so that gives something to animate it with. So it's something I do sometimes when there's like, well, actually, limited ways to animate something. Where's the sparkle at? There he is. All right. And then we're Gucci. Buy a copy.
Have you ever like submitted a GIF like to Giphy or something like that that's been rejected? Like, is it possible for it to be rejected, or is it just a?
Yes.
It is.
So I did GIFs for Frank Body. I don't know if you know them, but like they're a pretty famous skincare brand, and their branding is a little bit cheeky. So kind of like, it's so say it's a body scrub and it's like, get your clothes off, baby, we're going on a date or whatever, stuff like that. So they had a campaign for Valentine's Day last year, and I did a bunch of GIFs for it. And they were kind of naughty. So a few of them were not allowed. They were banned. Even though there's a rating, you can give a rating for your GIFs. So general use or R. There's only 2 ratings, so R for restricted. And yeah, somehow the R-rated ones don't show up, even though you can give a rating. I'm not sure why, but anyway, yeah.
Interesting.
Can I say what they were or no?
What? Yeah, I guess maybe you could allude. Maybe you could allude. You could like allude to what they are.
We won't do that because I might be a bit obvious. Yeah, let's not go there. But yeah,
everyone can make it up in their mind what it could have been.
Yeah, exactly. But that sucks because we wanted to be a bit cheeky, and but that's what happens sometimes. That's fine.
Yeah,
that's life. Back to the drawing board. So sparkles on the dollar sign. I'm just going to make the sparkles the same layer. Whoops. So that it's less layers to deal with, because I always find it a little bit hectic. And then as for our yin yang, where should I put it? Maybe here? I'm going to make it smaller and then make it bigger for the next one. Okay, so that's our layer 1. Doesn't look too exciting, but let's duplicate. No, I pressed the wrong button. God damn it, it's these nails.
Are your nails still intact a week later?
I told you I lost my thumb. Or was that after?
That must have been after.
Okay, we had our last live the day after I had my nails done, and 2 days later I lost my thumb. But I kept the nail, so I'm just gonna get some super glue and stick it back on, because these are $100, so that's not happening.
Wow.
Yeah,
it's like $10 a nail.
Yeah, exactly. It's crazy, but it did take ages, so it's worth it. It was like 2 hours of time because I asked for a specific way to get the acrylic made. But anyway, that's not related. Let's kick into the GIFs, shall we? So for the second frame, I'm thinking we're gonna make the cancel. And this will be a pretty easy one. I think it'll just be 2 frames. The more frames you have for a GIF, the longer it takes to prepare, because when you get to the animation part, you've got to drop all the frames in and then organize each frame, the timing, because you can choose like how long each frame runs for, and it gets quite time consuming. So usually the less frames, the better, if you can make the animation that you want from a limited amount of frames.
Right.
So sometimes you can't avoid it, like say if it's a word like beautiful and you want the letters to change color, kind of like a neon sign, it'd have to be however many letters are in beautiful, BEAUTIFUL, 9. Right. So there'd be at least 9 frames. But for this one, I might do just
9.
2.
That's like 1 for each nail.
Almost. Oh yeah, each of my nails now.
Each of your nails, yeah.
So I'm just animating this one. So this is just going to grow. So the peace sign, the yin yang sign is just going to get bigger. The smiley is going to maybe twist this way, maybe. And then the dollar sign is maybe going to twist this way. And then maybe up here even. Oh, maybe there's fine. And then we're going to change where the sparkles are. So it looks like it's blinging. Like that. Maybe like that even. And then this one over here. Yeah, cool.
Does having like the single color allow you to make like more compressed GIFs and the file size smaller?
Yeah, so the less colors you have, the smaller the file size. But I usually have heaps of colors and a really large canvas, and it's fine. So I don't know, but the less colors that we have, the better. Cool. Now that I've done my 2 frames, hopefully that's enough, but we'll see when we play the animation. I can see that I can use up more of the canvas. So I've just selected both, and I'm going to do this. So that, yeah, I think that's the max we can do. All right, so I'll label this frame 1. Frame 1. And, PNG, because we want it to be backgroundless. So PNG, make sure. So this is a large file. Whoops. And then this will be the second, so frame 2. And make sure as well that you label them correctly, especially the more frames you have, because they may, if you label them correctly, they will load into the stack in the right order. And that way you don't need to change things around and you won't get confused with what's what.
Nice.
So frame 2. There's some organized elements to my chaos.
I like it.
Yeah, sometimes. This is frame 2.
When you need it.
And then after the animation part, we'll see. I mean, you could still kind of see how it would move, but it's difficult. So we'll test it out. So we go to File, Scripts, and then Load Files into Stack. And then we just click Browse. Frame 1, Frame 2, OK. And then it loads it in the order that I want them to play in. Cool. Takes a while to load them in because my computer is so slow. Boom, boom. All right, so now they're loaded in. We go Window, Timeline.
They were PNGs, weren't they?
Yeah, backgroundless PNG.
Cool.
You can do a background if you want, and then it'll show up as like a square, whatever the canvas shape is. So yeah, it'll show up with the background, which is fine if there's a certain. You see those sometimes as well, but I like mine to be backgroundless, so it looks like a little sticker on your image or your video or whatever it is. Yeah. So anyways, Window, Timeline, and then this little thing pops up at the bottom, and we just click this Create Video Timeline, and then it shows your 2 frames. I just minimized this just expands the frames timeline, I guess, but you don't need that. So I just move this here to show that that one plays, then that one plays. And then you click this little 3 square in the corner. And this is where you can edit how long each plays for. So we'll try 0.2 seconds. Actually, because this one, I like the placement of the first one more, like how they all sit in reference to each other. Usually if you want to emphasize one frame more than the other, you let it play for a little bit longer. So I'm going to make this one 0.3, and then the next one is 0.2. So if I press play, let's see how it looks. Not bad. It's kind of cute. So it obviously doesn't make much sense. It's just a little bit of, fun, and you can add that to your frame. So I'm happy with that, to be honest.
I like the dollar sign, the shining, like how the.
You like it? Bling bling?
Yeah, the bling's moving around.
So usually as well, so if the dollar sign was stagnant or still, and you just had, I actually have some GIFs up. You guys can check it if you check on like Instagram or Facebook. Just type in Bianca Beers and you'll see my GIFs. I have a dollar sign with some bling on it. But if the icon that you have is stagnant and then you have the bling moving around it, it looks more animated. Whereas here, I guess the dollar sign is animated too, so it's less obvious that the bling is changing around, but it still looks cool. I like it. Time-wise, and then I'll just show you how it would look if we went a little bit longer. 0.5 and 0.1, just for example. It changes the vibe, you see what I mean? It's more of like a heartbeat. Da-dum, da-dum. Or we could go maybe 0.3 and 0.3. So the length that you give to each frame actually changes the whole vibe of the GIF. So really, this is probably the time, especially the more frames I have, this is the point where I spend my most time because I'm just trying to make sure it gives the feel that I want. So this is, what's this? This is the same. So 0.3 and 0.3. So that's more even, right? It's just dun, 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 dun. But I want the first one to be emphasized a bit more. So, I mean, there's not really that much difference, but I prefer that. Cool. So now to finish it off, we go File, Export, Save for Web Legacy. And then 250 colors, we don't really need that many, but I'm gonna, I mean, I would allow it usually, but okay, so we've got dark pink, light pink, middle pink, black, and white, so 5. So we'll just click 8. And then
that'd massively make the file so much smaller.
Yeah. We've even got like a random, 8. We chose 8. There's only a few options you can choose from, which, unless you can type in. I never knew that. You could actually type in how many colors. So let's see, 6. Cool. Oh no, but that's the issue as well. Sometimes it's the same with Illustrator. Sometimes it doesn't pick up on, like, obviously these sparkles were white, but it's picking up on some other shade of pink for some reason that's probably on the borderline of the black and the pink, and it's using the pink instead of white, which to me is just so weird because the white is probably taking up more space. So
yeah, you'd think that anyway, the white would be dominant there, but yeah.
Yeah, but anyway, so we'll go with 8. 8 is good. And this is important as well to check all this stuff before you, because sometimes you don't really pay attention. You're like, yep, bang, bang, bang. You think it's working, and then when you upload it, it's already uploaded and it looks trash.
Yeah.
So the way I do it to have the clear, because sometimes it'll give a little bit of like an edge. So transparency selected. You can see my, it's frozen, isn't it? Oh, here we go. Transparency selected, no transparency dither. And then matte, I have it on none, although I did have it on black before, and I think that's what you're meant to do if you have black as the outline. But if you had white as the outline, you'd have white. Save, and then we'll call it Smile Icons, or Icon Trio. Icon Trio 1. Just because we're making a second one.
Yes.
So, cool. Do you want me to show you how we upload to Giphy as well? Is that part of the process, or should we, do you want to include that?
I think we should. I think that would be cool to show. Yeah. I think we should do another GIF because there was a question around confused about how you animated layer 1 and layer 2 before adding them to the timeline. So I think we do another version and we'll slow down at that point just so it's like super clear.
Okay.
Yeah, it can be really tricky with Photoshop. Like it's quite interesting, like using Photoshop to animate. And some of the menus, just answering the question for chat, like some of the menus like down the bottom, they're very small. So when we do this one, like you just have to kind of very carefully have a look at some of those menus down. And of course, if you have Photoshop at home, if you have Photoshop wherever you probably are at home, you can like open up the timeline, just have a quick look, just throw in like an image from the internet or any sort of thing, and you can have a look as we go along, and you can see a lot of the settings. But yeah, the menus are like a little bit tight down the bottom. We'll slow down at that point when we go through it this time and step through and just ask us any more questions.
So what she was confused about was the layers here, or once we're in timeline? Was it?
Confused about how you animated the layer 1 and layer 2 before adding them to the timeline.
Okay, all right. So this part basically. All right, cool. So now we're doing our second GIF. Did we have any icons we wanted to see?
Oh yeah, chat. Let us know.
I kind of want to include a leopard print little circle because
Okay.
I kind of vibe it. So I'm gonna definitely use one of them. Maybe this one.
And while we're waiting for chat to throw in a suggestion, so you guys let us know. You guys pick one. I'm going to selfishly pick one as well. I think the rainbow.
What's your choice?
I think the rainbow needs to be involved.
Make an appearance.
I'll be disappointed if we end the stream without the rainbow.
Okay, got you. Rainbow. The rainbow is a little bit crooked because I drew her at like 11 p.m. when my eyes were drooping, but she's all right. We can work with it. So I've selected both the zebras because the way I'm going to animate it is I'm going to make it look like flick between the two.
Okay, cool.
So it'll just look like it's getting bigger and changing color. And then the rainbow, I don't know what we're going to do. We might just toss it around a little bit, or we might make it throb in and out, or we could put some sparkles on it. I don't know, up to you. Seeing as that's your element.
All right, and looks like star is the next suggestion.
As in these bang things?
I think so.
Yeah? Cool. To me, I drew that with like a, you know, the comic pow, zam, wow type thing. That's what I was kind of going for. But I see it did not translate like that. No, it will. We'll animate it so that it does. All right, layer via copy. Okay, now we'll hide this again. Cute. So this one's going to work a little bit different because I've already selected like different elements to play the same element, if you know what I mean, or play the same icon. So these are actually the same icon. But we'll start with the smaller one. And then as for these guys, we'll start with the bigger one just to be, oh no, maybe we'll start with the bigger one for a little bit of layer by cut. So that can go up here as well. And then our rainbow, that's an empty layer. All right. So I'll put these in a file. Layer 1. Did we want to maybe do more than 2 frames? We'll do 3 frames, just maybe.
Yeah, that'd be great actually. I was actually going to suggest that. Like, it might be good to show that it can be more than a 2-frame. Like 2-frame animation. It's actually amazing. Like, how much it can do and how appropriate it can be.
Yeah.
Like even just flipping something like left and right, like can actually
like the flame that we're talking about.
The flame that we were talking about, exactly right. That's pretty much all it was, I think, wasn't it? Maybe the colors change, like the inside and the outside color changes from like orange to red or something, and it also flips, and then that's plenty. Like,
I love that you noticed that. Like, I wouldn't notice that looking at it if I hadn't made it myself. You're very observant.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Yeah, exactly. So it works really well sometimes, and even I think for the POW things, well, that's just going to be 2, but maybe we make the rainbow oh no, because then here's the thing as well, right? So say you want only 2 movements for the zebra, right? So in and out, and 2 movements for the bang, which is 1 bang, the second bang. So it just looks like it's moving, like going bang, 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 bang. And then say we wanted 3 movements for the rainbow.
Right.
That's a not even number. What's it called?
Right.
Odd number.
Right.
So to make it even back out with the other, oh God, I don't know how to explain this with words, but basically we'd need to do it 6 times, I think. So
that makes sense.
Yeah, to make the 2 change with the zebra, so in, out, even out with the 3 of the rainbow. I don't pardon me. I'm not explaining that very well.
That's okay. I think as we do it, it'll make more sense. I totally get what you're saying. So if it's 1 and 2, it's just 1 and 2. But if you've got 3, 1, 2, 3, when the animation starts again, it would be off, or one would be open for 2 frames.
Yeah, exactly. So we will do that. We'll make one of them 3 so that I can show you how that works. Should I show how it will work if we just did 3 and left it the other ones as 2 first so people can see?
Good idea. Yeah, let's check it out.
Cool.
We're going to learn together.
See how wonky this line is for the rainbow? But the good thing is this shows up as quite small, so nobody will know. We'll make the rainbow still a little bit bigger. And also when it comes to this with different frames, you need to figure out the timing of each frame as well. So if you want timing for one icon to be quicker than the timing of another, you have to create 2 frames of the same movement on one part while there's, oh my god, it's hard to explain. All right, whatever. We're just going to show you. We want that a little bit bigger too. So we're maximizing our space. Yeah, cool. I'm just trying to figure out how I want it to move. How do we want the rainbow to move? Do we want it to be going side to side, so it'll be side, middle, side? Or do we want it to go up and down so we could go up at one position, middle, up, back to middle? 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. That's 4 frames. Never mind.
Yeah, because it'll go 1, 2, 3, and then back like 1, 2, 3 like that.
But then if it's 4, then we don't need to do anything with the 2. So it could just be 4 as opposed to 6.
Sure.
That actually makes less frames.
Makes sense.
So maybe we do that.
That way? Yeah.
Maybe we do that instead. Yeah. Because the less frames, the better. All right. Cute. Cool. So say this is frame 1, right? Duplicate for frame 2. And 2. Now we are changing this to this. It's going to be, should we make it bigger? I might just make it even bigger. I'm just going to see how it's, because I want it to come out from exactly the middle of the other one, so it looks like it's not moving, it's just throbbing or blowing up a bit. So we'll go like, it even needs to be more than that. Sometimes if it's not enough of a difference, you can't really tell that it's doing anything.
Right.
So we need to make it more like that. And then the other ones may need to be bigger too. All right, so that's for that. So we'll delete that from that layer because we know. Now this one, I'm gonna just put the other layer on so that I can see how far I'm moving this up. So probably like there, so it's obvious enough. Maybe even a bit more because we want to maximize the space. All right, cool. And then we're not using this sparkle, we're using this one so we're just going to get rid of that. Drag this down into layer. Oh, actually, we won't get rid of it because we want to place this one over it. So, and then size-wise, yeah. Get rid of that. Okay, so that's our frame 2. And then we want to, for the next frame, because we're moving the, I keep thinking it's called an umbrella. It's not. It's a rainbow. We're moving the rainbow up each frame. So we're going to, but we're keeping, so now we're going back with the zebra and the bang. We're going back to the placement and colors of the previous. So I'm just going to copy layer 1. We'll duplicate. And I'm going to put it up here so we know. That didn't work. Up here. And then we'll name it layer 3. Awesome. So, cool. Now we just need to make sure the rainbow, good Lord, is another jump up. And I'm just going to make the layer 1 visible too, so I can make sure that they're moving the same amount for each frame. So this is going to go up a bit more to make it even. Cool. Layer 2, close, layer 3. So that's layer 3. And then for layer 4, we're just going to copy layer 2 because we're going back to that shape for the zebra and the bang. So duplicate group. Okay. Put that up here and it'll be layer 4. All right. Actually, layer 4 is the same. It's going to be the exact same file as layer 2 because, oh no, it's not. Yes, it is, because it's the same zebra and bang and the same placement for the rainbow, because the rainbow is going position 1, position 2, position 3, position 4. So position 4 is the same as position 2.
Right, okay.
But instead of, you follow me? But instead, I'll show you. I'll save each file and then we can compare them. But basically, instead of, say, adding layer 2 in twice, I just create a layer 2 and a layer 4. That way, when I load them all in, they're all done.
Yeah,
you know what I
even
mean?
though it's the same thing, you want to make sure that it's labeled so it's just super clear.
Exactly. All right. Now, I don't even know if I like the placement of these, but I'll just let it run so that we can see how they all work together.
Cool.
So this is, actually, let's see if we can maximize the space. I think we can a little bit. We could do that. I like to push it to the very tippity top. Yeah. Cool. All right, now saving. So first layer, first frame. So layer 1 is our frame 1. So I'm going to save it as frame 1. Save as. This is the part that I'm sorry, I forgot a name, was confused at. I'm going to call it new frame 1 because I don't want to overwrite the old, the ones that we did for the previous GIF. So new frame 1, save, okay. Holler out if you guys are lost or confused because I know explaining things. So this is layer 2, frame 2. So we're going to label it frame 2. So save as. Frame 2, new frame 2. Oh my gosh, mum just yawning in the background. And PNG, remember guys, so no background. All right, cool, that's saved. Now we're on layer 3.
Frame 3.
You can see we're just, frame 3. We're just pushing,
Our umbrella's getting very close to the top there.
Yeah. Trying to maximize. I just realized there's this little bit which is going to show up. That's so annoying. So now I've got to resave those other ones. But anyway.
No, just leave. I think you should just leave it for today.
Leave it?
That's all good. Yeah.
Okay. Like, time's ticking, B.
There's always like a bit of a live stream license, like that you can get away with because we're asking you to do things in a short amount of time.
Oh, I got you. All right, new frame 3. PNG, save, okay, and then our last frame, file, save as, new frame 4, PNG, boom, cool. All right, so what I'm going to show you real quick, what we were talking about before, wow, everything. New frame 2 and new frame 4 are the same frame. I mean, I think it's pretty straightforward, but I'll just show you guys.
Let's check it out.
Look, we got this little white bit. Make sure that you check your files before you're creating because this thing, it won't show up when you're creating, but once it's against a plain background, You can tell. And then there's that black little splodge. But we're just going to run with it because we're running out of time. Are we? Yes. All right. So
we're always running out of time on Adobe Live. Like there's always a timer. There's always a timer ticking down.
Okay, so maybe this is where people were getting confused. So we're actually creating a new file, a new canvas, a new file. We're going file, load file, scripts, load files into stack. This is creating a new canvas with the layers laid out for us. So we're browsing, we're selecting new frame 1, new frame 2, new frame 3, new frame 4. Sometimes for some reason it shows my PNGs with a black background even though they're clear. Yeah, I don't know why it does it, but it does it. Unless I did save it as a JPEG, but I don't think I did. Cool, they're loading in now.
I think you're right. I think that might have been a place where people have slipped up, and I've definitely done that before myself, like being with all my layers that I've created something that I'm trying to turn into a GIF. But yeah, it's interesting. Your process is actually kind of seems like a lot easier just to export whatever you want in frame 1, export as a PNG. Whatever you want in frame 2, export as a PNG, and then just bring it into a new file and then just use that to animate it.
Yeah.
So you have like a design file and then you have like an animating file.
Yeah, like exactly. I get confused quite easily, so I prefer to do it like that. It's all together, boom. And then you know where the issue is if something stuffs up.
Yeah.
And also if you label everything correctly, that helps you. So frame 1 is layer 1. I can easily just go, yep, that's the layer, boom, boom, boom.
Yeah. Cool.
All right. So they're all in here. They're all loaded in here. So to create the animation, we are going window, timeline, and then it's just preloaded here. It may not be on create video timeline. There's a drop down box. It may start with create frame animation. So all you've got to do is put the little drop down and click, make sure it's on create video timeline. Again, this is just the size of like how long it spreads it. So I'm just going to minimize it and then drag these across. So frame 1 is first, frame 2 is second, frame 3 is third, fourth. And then down here in the bottom left hand corner is these little 3 square icons. I'm going to click on that. And now we're back to time. So I want these to be 0.2 is quite fast. So we might go to 0.3 for each one. So this is going to be even just because I don't want to emphasize one more than the other necessarily. 0.3, 0.3, 0.3. I don't love it, but that explains how the how everything's moving together. So
is there a limit to how many frames that you can have? Or is it all down to kind of file size?
It's down to file size, I think, but the more you have, the more confusing and annoying it gets. So I just prefer to keep it under 10 because anything more than that gets really annoying. But most things you need to do, you can do in, well, I mean, it depends. If it's just for a GIF sticker for like Instagram or what have you, you don't need to make it super complicated because it's not a masterpiece. It's just something fun to put on people's stories. So, yeah.
And how do you export it? Like, what do you export it as a GIF or as a movie file?
It's save for web legacy, so it saves it as a GIF. You don't necessarily need to do that. You can actually just have the frames that I created because we're uploading to Giphy. I'll show you. But yeah, so file, and oh no, it's not hidden under my face. So export and then save for web legacy. So that saves it as a GIF file. Pardon me. 8 colors. We've got a little dot here. It's so ugly. Anyway, whatever. Save. We're rolling with it. And then this will be, I don't know, what do we call the other one? Whatever, GIF 2. Icon GIF, icon trio 2. Save. Cool. So we've created our GIFs. Now, if you are trying to get it up on socials and available on like Bing, you know, you can send them via text as well. This is where we use Giphy online, which we're going to do, right?
Cool. Just
Yeah.
before we do, we just had a couple of questions. So do you want to take like a 5-minute, like quick little Q&A
Yeah.
break? Yeah.
Yeah,
Cute. It is cute.
it can be longer than that because
How we
this
roll.
part is so easy. This next part, so
Well, I'd like to get to a final gift, but we'll see. We'll see how we go. We'll see how we go.
Yeah.
Is there a length of time limit for sharing on Instagram or on Giphy, or is there any sort of length of time that you have to consider?
I don't think so, but usually it won't be that long. There are some guidelines, you can look it up, but if you want, here's the thing, time-wise, if you're not having that many frames, but you want it to run, example, a minute, and you've only got 5 frames, that means you're making 1 frame every 15 seconds, which people don't have the capacity to watch a blank stagnant still for that long. Do you know what I mean? So the frame is usually going to be a second or less per frame. So if you're going for a minute, that's 60 frames. Are you bothered? That's ridiculous.
No one's got time for that.
So it's not going to happen like this way. Like that's more of animation. Like if you're trying to go into that realm.
Yeah, totally. Yeah.
So for GIFs, it's generally quite quick, but that's because there's minimal frames, there's minimal times for each frame. It's just a quick movement.
And I guess considering your audience and where people are, like if it's going to be something that's on Instagram that people are going to be seeing a story that's going to go for 3 seconds before or 1 second before they flick along.
Exactly.
Shorter the better, I suppose.
Yeah, 100%.
Cool. When you submit GIFs to Giphy, do you get paid per GIF download? No. There's no money exchanging hands.
It's horrible too. So I think I have a few billion views for my GIFs. And
few billion
does not, and that does not do anything for me as a creator. In the future that might change. So the difference between GIFs and filters, right? Filters, people can see that you're the creator in the corner. So people can click on you and go to your account. GIF stickers does not bring eyes to your account at all. It's just something fun. It's like a give back to the community type thing.
Right.
So I just do that for fun. It's not for like the ones I make for myself are not for traction or engagement because it doesn't. There's no Bianca Beers made this.
Right.
So people who don't know you made it can't look at it and be like, oh, that's cool. The creator, let me suss it out. It's not. It's just like, let me see if I can find it. Flame GIF.
Yeah.
Whereas filters are not actually pretty good for traction. But the good thing about GIFs is once you can make them, usually you'll get brands and labels asking you to create some for them. So that's where you make money.
Yeah. And then, because I think you've done, I think you mentioned it before, but you've partnered with a brand to create GIFs for like an event or something was happening. Yep. They're like, hey, we want GIFs like this. Like, who can we reach out to? We love your style. Can you create them for us? Upload them to Giphy. And so we can use it, our partners can use it, we can use it on our campaign. So can you tell us about one of those projects?
Yeah, so my favorite was the Frank Body one, which I talked about. It was super naughty. So that was for a Valentine's Day campaign. So it was all about self-love, which I'm sure you can understand the way we were going with that. So we created a series of GIFs, so 9 GIFs that people could use for Valentine's Day, around Valentine's Day, but the GIFs are still available now. So I'll show you when we go to the uploading to Giphy, but you can enter, I think, how many? Up to 20 hashtags, which people can search.
Right.
That one we would say, Bianca Beers would be one of the hashtags. So people looking for GIFs I've made can find it. We do Frank Body as one of them because people that want to see the GIFs Body have made, they'll find it that way.
Yeah.
We'll do Valentine's Day because it's to do with Valentine's Day. We'll do love. We'll do cute. We'll do self-love. We'll do positivity, whatever's related. And then that way when people type in things like cute GIF or romantic GIF or whatever, it'll pop up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. So you got to have your hashtag game on point, right?
That's it. You got to think really, be really. Sometimes it's hard to fill up a full, whatever it is, 20, I think, or 30. But make sure you max it out because no point quitting at 12. Just try and think of 8 more that you can.
Right.
that may be somewhat related, because that'll just get more eyes on your
Yeah.
GIFs. You'll get billions of views for no reason at all.
Billions of views. Yeah.
Oh, dear me.
So, yeah. It's a shame about the tagging back to GIFs. It's interesting that it works that way. That functionality exists for the face filter. And I guess it's going through Giphy, and as Martha was saying in the chat, Instagram makes you use Giphy to save to the phone and then upload. Yeah, so it obviously uses a third party. But it's interesting, if I type in Bianca Beers in GIFs through Instagram, it pops up. So it has that information. Yeah. So it's interesting that it's not tagged to your account. Maybe they'll change that one day, and then
that's what I'm hoping.
You just blow up.
That's what I'm hoping.
That's awesome. Cool. All right. Well, should we jump back in? We'll have a look at some of that uploading process as well. That's a challenge for you guys. I think some of our Discord folks, maybe Johanna, maybe we can create some GIFs ourselves, some Adobe Live GIFs. Maybe that can be our next internal challenge that we'll try out.
And if you want to reach out to a freelancer to do that, feel free.
Yes. Awesome.
All right. So we are back to the screen. Cool.
We're back.
So I'm just opening. Okay, cool. So Giphy.com. Obviously, you need to create a channel first to be able to do this, but I've already got a channel up. Mm-hmm. So, I haven't logged in. Great.
Do you want me to just, we'll switch over to...
yes, that'd be lovely.
Yeah, not your screen while you log in.
Mm-hmm. All right, I'm in.
Oh, you're in. Wow, oh my God. Like a hacker. I'm in.
All right, so here are some previous ones that I've done before, because it keeps them all in one space. Mm-hmm. So this is my channel. And there's one thing I should note. If you create less than 5, they won't be available on socials. So you need to create at least 5 for it to show up on Instagram and Snapchat and stuff.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Wow. Do they tell you that, or is that like just something you found out?
I had to research it. Yeah, they don't tell you that. Yeah. Okay, sorry. No, I don't have billion. I have 152 million. That's not as much. Damn. Mm-hmm. All good. Future.
Goals.
So, we're uploading. So we just click upload. But if we wanted to create, we could have just dropped in the frame. So you know how we saved frame 1, frame 2, frame 3, frame 4?
Right.
We could just drop them into here and edit it through Giphy. But I don't like doing that because I don't think you can customize the times like how we did.
Right. You can't play around with it.
Yeah. So if you're after something more basic, you can just create the files, drop them into here. But if you want it the way that you want it, which I am because I'm just anal as, we are going to go to upload because we've pre-made our GIF. So browse your files, icon trio 1. I'm not uploading the second one because I don't like that it has dots. All right, cool. So we're adding tags now. Bianca Beers, Bianca space Beers. I always do that just in case people search one way or the other. Smile, cute, pink, yin yang, $. What else could we do?
Smile? Smiley face? Did we do smiley face?
I said smile, smiley.
Smiley face.
Smiley. Stickers, because it kind of look like stickers. I said cute. All right, we'll rate it as well, G. But here's where I'm like, okay, damn, like, what else could I add as a hashtag? But just keep thinking until you can think of the max. It'll let you know when you've maxed out because it'll say you can't add anymore. So what else can we do? Feel free, people in chat, to give me some ideas. Pardon me.
Like love, happy.
Happy. Good vibes, whatever.
Vibes.
But something more like sassy. What's like, you know, like, do we have a lyric from like a song that's really iconic? I'm trying to think like Lizzo, where are you? I need to think of lyrics.
Like fabulous?
Yeah, all right.
Maybe with the bling.
Yeah, bling bling. You're right, bling. That's a good one. So stuff as well, if you think about it as well, anything that might be trending right now, you could pop in, say it's a slogan or a meme or whatever. If it's somewhat, well, not even if it's somewhat related, it could not be related, but if it is somewhat related or you think that your GIF will match the audience that would use that or search that, you can pop that in. So bling bling. What else?
We got party time. We've got treat yourself.
Party time, excellent. I might do, party time.
That's
what was the other
chat.
one?
Treat yourself.
Love that. Do we do yourself or yourself?
We got yourself in chat.
Yeah, all right. Treat yourself. Facts. Treat yourself.
Got dancing dollar.
Ooh. Do we do that with just an A? No, we'll do R.
Pause vibes in the chat.
I'm not positive. Wait, I think I already did that. Oh, I did good vibes.
Good vibes, yep.
I might do, because they're very similar. You've got to be careful once you get to this many, because then it starts getting, you've got to start getting picky because soon you're going to run out of hashtags. Positive vibes. So then that's different from good vibes. Happy, feeling myself, maybe.
Phenomenal.
I feel like people wouldn't search that, would they? You got to be really, would someone search for GIFs phenomenal?
If they could spell it. Mo money, mo problems. That's the hard thing, right? You kind of have to spell it a bunch of different ways as well.
I like that.
Good vibes only. Cool beans. Lisa Frank.
Cool beans. I like that. What was that one that someone just said? It was cute too. The one just before cool beans.
Mo money, mo problems.
I actually put that one in, but it was another one. Or did I catch him? Cool beans.
May have got it all.
All right. We still have more to do. Great. Should we spend more time trying to... this is the end. Then you just click upload and then it uploads. And it isn't available for a couple days. Usually it's only 24 hours at the minimum. It'll take 24 hours. Next day, boom, it's up. You can use it. Sometimes it takes a bit longer though, but usually 24 hours.
Cool.
I'm going to think of some more though, because I actually want to keep this one up because it's cute. So we did pink.
I'll throw some more in as well from chat. So we'll help out. Glitzy, like glitz or glam.
How do you spell glitzy?
We've got GLITZY or SY.
Glitzy. Glam is good. Oh, max number. Okay, so as opposed to glitzy, which I don't think people will search, I'll type in glam. Or is that it? It wouldn't let us type in glitzy. So we got to the max. The max is then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. 20. I really like glam. So I might get rid of dancing. Oh, people aren't really going to search Mo money, mo problems. So I'm going to type in glam. It might be a bit long. Yeah. People just want a quick thing that relates to some quick word. All right, cool. So we've got them all. Upload to Giphy.
And the cool thing about this chat is everybody gets a cut because we all help. So everyone gets a cut of 100% of the profits goes to everyone, which is zero.
0 for you and 0 for you and 0 for you.
You're all professional artists.
Yes. Congratulations. You all have graduated. So yeah, that's it. It's available on my page. I think you can see it on my page, but you won't be able to use it on socials for 24 hours.
It won't be searchable in the filters. It won't come in. People probably checking it. They probably got robots checking it and stuff as well.
Yeah. No, it won't come up. So that's it basically. Did we want to do the other one?
We've got about like 10 minutes left or something.
Yeah.
Or I don't know. I was wondering if maybe we could, if it's possible to have a quick little sneak peek at some of the Spark AR. That might be. Is there any way we can look at that from your computer, or do we need to connect something else up because we're not prepared?
Yeah, we'd have to do that because the Spark runs on the computer that we're using right now.
Okay,
This one.
cool. Next time.
So that I think for next time when we do it, I'll have to download it onto. I'll probably download Photoshop onto there as well, and then we can use this one for the camera.
Cool. All right. So that's going to take some time. We won't make everyone watch us do that. Should you create just a single GIF? Like show us what a single one might be, and we'll do like a kind of different version. And also chat. Like 10, 12 minutes left. So if you do have any more questions, it doesn't have to be about creating GIFs. It could be about creating the AR filters, about freelancing, anything that you like. Or if you do have questions about the creating GIF process as well, ask away. We're over at behance.net.
Feel free to ask Flynn a question too. He loves answering questions, don't you?
Sure.
Sure. I actually really like this funky wiggly line.
The wiggly line was a big part of our last stream.
Yeah, I spent so long on it. Honestly, I'm just better at drawing by hand when it comes to lines. But what would we do with it? So just Martha was saying thank you for sharing your process, very cool. Michelle as well saying thank you, really enjoyed this. So yay,
that's cool. Thanks for hanging out with us. Thanks for asking the questions as well. It's always great when someone in chat says, actually, how did you do that? Because if one person is asking the question, it's so good for us to know to go over it and be more clear about what's going on. Because something about about the live streaming process where we get to interact with you guys, and then if you ask the question, then we go, oh great, sometimes you're not sure about, you might have skimmed over something really quickly, or you just instinctively know a shortcut, or just do something you don't even realize that's actually a really important step. So thank you so much for asking those questions, so we know what to cover. It's really cool.
Exactly. For this one, I think I'm just going to, it'll be another 2.0, or maybe we do a rainbow. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to flip vertical. What? Did I click vertical? That's not vertical. Oh, yes, it is. Never mind. And then we're going to rotate it so it's the same angle around about. And I'm just going to change the hue on this, and I might do it so it'll look like it's flipping, so it'll actually look like it's wiggling, and then I might do like a rainbow kind of progression. So I'm going to change the hue and saturation, hue, so pink, purple, then we'll go blue. Duplicate this layer because it's already the shape that we want it. Duplicate, okay. Pop it up here. So this is layer 1, layer 2, layer 3, and this one is going to be blue. Oh, that's sexy. I like that.
I'll be asking in the chat, Bianca, did you insert a GIF into another one? I blinked.
When?
Yeah, when? Did I miss that? Maybe I missed that.
No, I didn't. This is just... Are you talking about now?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah. Didn't think so. I thought you just got it from the static sticker sheet and brought it over, right?
I got it. So the sheet's here, and I just selected the one that I wanted, which is the squiggly, and then I just enlarged him or her, and then, or they.
Whatever and then pronoun they prefer.
Yeah, whichever they prefer. And yeah, just change it along. So we went blue, so now we're going to do green. Wow, that's going to be a lot. Okay. This is going to be probably about 7 because there's 7 colors in the rainbow. Hopefully we have time for it, do we? It'll be real quick. It's just a simple image.
So we've got like 10 minutes until it's like a hard cut, basically. And we've got like, 8 minutes before we want to be thanking and saying goodbye and all that sort of stuff.
You know what? I can actually just make this purple and then it'll be fine. Wait. Oh, yellow. True. That was green. So now we're going yellow. I'm confusing myself. Yellow. And because it's just flipping between two shapes, I'm just getting the second layer from the bottom for the next new layer and duplicating it. So that was yellow. We're going to go orange, and then we're going to go red, and then that's it.
Well, Kaz Ahmad is asking, hey, what stylus are you using? Using a Surface Pro, I believe?
Yep, Surface Pro, and then just with the little Surface Pro pen. It's like a laptop / tablet, which is really cool. It's mad light. Okay, cool. Yeah, sorry.
Johanna's also asking, yeah, just have another question. Would you ever do a collab GIF with another artist work?
Yeah.
Have you ever done that, or 100%. Would you ever do that?
I haven't done it yet, but I've done collabs with different creatives, but not artists in particular. So I did one with a blogger. She just wanted a certain message, and that she wanted to create like from a series. So we made 3. But it was on my channel because obviously it was only 3. So minimum is 5 for viewing. So because I already have like however many I have on my channel, we put it on my channel. Far out. I used too many words. All right. So just labeled that 1, labeling this layer 2. 2. PNG. Save. Cool. 3. For time consuming. PNG. Save. Okay. 5, 6, 7. 5. Oh, we're cutting it close, but we're gonna do it. It'll be good. We'll get there. I have faith that we're gonna make it. File. This is 6. I like saying things out loud too because I remember it better when I say things out loud. So, sorry if that's annoying y'all.
No, that's good. How good.
And then lastly, 7. Last one. Yay.
That dialog box that comes up now that says, do you want to save this to cloud or locally? If you're always saving locally, there's a little box down the bottom. You can get rid of that popping up if that's getting annoying.
Ooh. Okay, thanks. Appreciate that.
Bottom left corner, you say, don't ask me this again, and it'll go away.
Okay. In which corner? I don't even notice it.
So every time you're saving a file in Photoshop, Photoshop's encouraging you to say, hey, you can save to Creative Cloud. And then you're very quickly going, nope, not interested. But I've noticed that you've done it a lot of times. So if that step's getting annoying, and if you prefer to save locally like always, and you don't want that dialog box to come up again, yeah, you can get rid of that.
Love that. Thanks for the tip. You're just full of the hot tips today, aren't you?
Should be.
Saving me time.
Every now and then.
Yeah. All right, so we're just loading these 7 layers into our new file to create the GIF. It's taking some time because that's what it does. Almost done. Yep, all done. Cool. So window, timeline, create video timeline. How long we got? We're going to do it.
Got like 3 or 4 minutes for like a soft kind of plenty of time to say goodbye and everything.
Yep, got you.
It's like 6 minutes and then Behance is like, nope, you're done. Your time is up.
So we're just going to... Oh, so it like cuts you out, does it?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. It just completely cuts out and switches over. We continue streaming on YouTube. We could stream 24 hours, no problem. But for Behance, it's like a set amount of time. So there's a beginning and an end.
Wow, that's
Look at our wiggly line.
Yay! Colorful wiggly line. It's like a dance party. So dance party will definitely be one of the hashtags. And strobe, like strobe light.
Yeah.
I don't think we're going to get to there, but just letting you know. So yeah, cute.
So good.
Export, save for web legacy. And I'll just keep doing my thing until This needs more than 8 colors. We had 7. Let's just do 10 just in case, or 11. I like to give a bit more than we use just to make sure it's oh no, it's more than that because they have the shadow. So it's actually 14,
Probably need a lot more.
15. Yeah, so I'm just going to do 20.
Yeah.
Yeah, cool. Save.
There's a question, Bianca, do you ever step away from technology to clear your mind?
Yes, I do. I find as well that my eyesight and my posture is getting quite trash due to always being on the computer. So I try, especially during this free time that we've had due to COVID and all that, I've been going for walks, like in national parks and stuff for a day with my boyfriend and my brother. So that's been really nice. So a full day of just no digital out there. Nice. And it's just good for your energy levels as well, let alone your eyes and your back and your mental. But yeah. And I've also minimized my screen time on my phone too. I used to be like a couple of hours a day, but now I'm like half an hour to 40 minutes a day, which is really good.
Oh, that is good for sure. And we'll take one more question, and I think we're done. But is there a reason you don't use make frames for layers?
Not sure what that is, but I have Photoshop, so I use Photoshop.
I think it's a different way to kind of do it. There's probably there's quite a bunch of ways to kind of do that, to do the animation, use the animation timelines. This is one technique and what works. So Wakaz was asking, dude, these GIFs are so simple yet beautifully crafted. Yes, I agree. Which has been super cool. It's been great. It's always so much fun hanging out with you.
Thank you.
You do have homework, and I'm going to ask the stream as well. Between now and next time you come on, we're going to fix your computer together. Okay, that's our homework that we'll do.
Okay.
All right.
All right.
Okay.
Yep.
I've sent you a link with everything that you need to do, and if you have any questions, you call me. Thank you for sharing everything with us, answering our questions, and all that sort of stuff. As I said, it's always so much fun hanging out with you, and thank you so much, chat. Thanks for hanging out with us. I'm just going to very quickly throw up our schedule, because it's Thursday here in Sydney. That's our 9 a.m. Making GIFs with Bianca Beers. It's been so much fun. And then tomorrow, yes, interactive drawing with Bill Hope. Join us for that one. And also lettering with Sophie Eleanor. Jump on in. We don't do much typography and lettering and all that sort of stuff. So I'm really excited to be bringing some of that back to Adobe Live. And Bianca, thank you so much. I hope you have an awesome day.
Thank you so much. It'll be filled with sleeping and fixing viruses.
Yes, absolutely. All right. Goodbye, everyone.
Speak to you soon.
Thanks for hanging out. Bye.
See ya.